Welcome back to class. Super Saiyan Sarah here today with the Con-Goers Guide to a Healthy Spine. This is a series inspired by your full convention journey from Con Crunch all the way through to that final moment at the hotel where we've finished our weekend and we are exhausted. So I have a series of videos that you can take with you as we kick off convention season to help you stay energized, stretched, mobile, and just overall feeling good for your very exciting but sometimes very physically taxing convention weekend. Our third video is inspired by getting to the hotel and needing something to just mind-body reset after a long day of traveling, after unpacking, just a way to kind of reset the nervous system so that we can go to bed and wake up refreshed for the next day. So please enjoy. All right, so in our child's pose position, you have your toes together, heels apart behind you. My knees are the width of the mat. I would like you to take a wider child's pose today if you can. So from here, you're gonna walk your hands forward. You're gonna keep the fingertips long, and you're just gonna drop your forehead to the mat. You can also kind of rock side to side on one shoulder and then go to the other. We're gonna add a little tricep stretch to this. So option, you can walk your elbows in a little closer towards each other. You're gonna bend your elbows, and you have a couple of hand options here. You can make a fist with one hand, cup it with the other. You can fold the hands with long fingers. You can also bring the palms to face you. You're gonna drop your head back through into your child's pose and then bring the hands behind your head. Really send your chest through, and you'll feel a slightly different stretch more into the triceps, especially when you inhale. Really breathe into the areas that we're stretching. It helps lengthen the muscles. Once again, you can kind of rock forward and back a little bit here. Let that feel good. All right, from here, reach the arms long. Walk yourself back up to a more upright position, and we're gonna transition to quadruped. So this is your all fours position. Your knees are over your hips, your shoulders are over your wrists. We're gonna go for a couple of cat-cow spinal waves. So on your next inhale, you're going to drop your booty up to the ceiling. You're gonna send your chest through. Really pull your abs in here too. We don't wanna just dump into the back. It kind of hurts a little bit. So think that you're pulling your navel almost up towards your spine and also up towards your sternum here in this little bit of extension. And then on your exhale, you'll round the spine. Feel like you're gonna draw the heels of the hands and the hip points together, and then you lift your abdominals to get them out of the way. 2 more times like that. And dropping. You can close the eyes if that feels good. And then contracting, finding that rounding. 1 more time here, and I'll give you a couple more options to play with. Finding your cat. I sometimes like to rock forward and back on the wrists. You can also turn this into a bit of a pelvic clock. Send the hips into a circle and take the head in the opposite direction. Just getting mobility back where we can. Bending the elbows is fine. And then reversing. All right, from here, sit back on your heels once more. Find a quick little child's pose. And then return back to that quadruped position. Let's thread the needle. Right arm comes up, twist. Send the arm through. Find a little twist here. You can reach that arm long to the mat. Draw the shoulders down your back. Keep the hips square. Once again, if you have a small space where the arm maybe can't be straight, keeping it bent here, totally fine. You can also add a little bind, taking the arm behind you like so. And then unthread your needle, find your twist, and come back through center. Let's come to our quadruped once more. We're gonna add on a little hip mobility. So from here in your quadruped position, setting it up, toes can be tucked or they can be long on the mat. I'm gonna probably interchange between both. We're gonna go for a little fire hydrant donkey kick situation. You're going to take your right leg and you're gonna lift the thigh bone up behind you and then lower it back down. Take that 2 more times. Last time. Now from here, you're gonna draw it forward. You're gonna think thigh to chest and bring it back down, tap. Thigh to chest, bring it down, tap. 1 more time. Now from here, we go to the side. This is the worst one. You're gonna take the leg out to the side and bring it back in. It feels great though. And we just do 3 because 3 is enough. Now we do it on the other side. Donkey kick back. Keep pulling your waist in. Find that length that we just found in that side bend here. Hip bones reach long away from the ribs. Now we slide the thigh in towards the chest. 2. Working to stay nice and square. And now we go fire hydrant out to the side. My left hip is so weak. Doesn't matter if I do extra reps on it, it's always this weak. Tuck your toes under, come to sit back on your heels. So this is an intense stretch for the feet, but after a whole day of traveling, we need to give our feet some love. If this feels way too intense, you can always shift your weight forward and then play with slowly bringing yourself back onto your heels or kind of coming in and out of it. We're gonna return back to that quadruped. We're gonna turn that movement that we just did, those 3 sections, into a circle. So from here, you're going to take the leg, right leg, that's what we'll do, right leg first. You're gonna lift it back behind you, circle it to the front, bring it back down. Really circling in that hip, working to keep the side body square. And now reverse the circle. For 2. Last time. And now we change sides. Back, up, and around. You can also take these lying down on the mat. You can do this lying down on your side. Reverse your circle. But we want to get a little bit of heat going here. So this is a great way to do that. Nice, let's sit back onto our heels. Toes can be tucked under or they can be long. Legs are zipped together for this child's pose. Come all the way up to sit. We're gonna swing our legs around once more and do a seated figure 4. You can also take this lying down. Your right ankle will come right to the top, right before your left knee. We never wanna be on the knee here. And then you can play with the shape. We can keep this pretty compact. That'll be more of a deeper stretch. You can also play with pressing the knee away and turning towards the leg. It's gonna get right into that piriformis glute area that can get really tight after traveling or sitting for long periods of time. The hands behind you, you can also get a little back extension. We get a lot of BOGO deals in these moves. And then slowly unravel your figure 4, change sides. Breathing easy, nice big breaths. Oof, my left hip is so tight. All right, come through center. From here, let's come to sit in a bit of a triangle position. I'm gonna have my right shin parallel to the front edge of my mat here. My left leg is coming to the side of me, so my shin is parallel to that front edge of the mat. If this is too much, you can always take a cross-leg position as well, and you'll get the same work. But I like this position because it gets into my hip a little bit. I'm gonna lift up and just lower down. I'm just gonna add a little twist here, just to kind of get into my hip socket a little bit. We're gonna do a little side bend mermaid. So my left arm is gonna come up to the ceiling, can also come behind your head if you're short on space. You're gonna tip it the waist over to the right, bring that right forearm down to the mat. Really lift the ribs away. You can play with straightening and bending the arms, and then slowly come up, grab onto that left shin, take a counter stretch. We'll take that 2 more times. So you come back around, you side bend over, work on keeping the hips heavy. Feel like you're sandwiched between 2 panes of glass, and come up, stretcheroo to the other side. It's not the scientific term. This last time we'll side bend and hold. Option to add a twist. Rib cage twists towards the right. Maybe your hands come down onto your mat. You work to square this hip away as you twist your rib cage towards the mat. From here we can kind of play with a little bending and straightening. Maybe finding a little bit of swan at the top. Enjoy that. Find your side bend and come all the way back up. You've made it to the other side. So we find our triangle position or your comfortable seated position, whatever works for you. And we take the right arm up to the ceiling, side bend over. And if you're doing the reverse as me, totally fine. We do both sides. Get really long in that side body, create space between the ribs and the hips, and then side bend over. This always feels great. Getting a little extra length in that side. We're gonna add our little twisted swan situation on this next one. So you can turn, and you might have one side that's a little bit more enthusiastic to move than the other. Totally normal. This side's definitely my more enthusiastic side. So we're gonna bend the elbows a little bit and straighten. So you're working to square the shoulders and draw this hip back a little bit more. Lift up, open the chest, come back into your side bend, and come all the way up to tall. We're gonna come to stand, and we're gonna take 3 forward folds to close. Taking a comfortable position with the legs. From here, arms, if you don't have the space to kind of take your arms up and around, you can just reach your arms forward, drop your head, and forward fold over your legs. Take a big inhale. Big exhale, roll all the way up to tall, bone by bone. Enjoy each piece of your spine stacking. Feel like you're growing longer and taller. 2 more times like that. Roll all the way back up. 1 more time like that. Bend one knee. You can take a couple of circles, get a little ooey gooey, and then slowly roll all the way up to tall. Draw your shoulders back. And I hope this left you feeling a little bit more refreshed. Stay tuned for more of these. Check out the playlist somewhere on the screen here for more Con-Goer Guide to Happy Spine classes. And stay awesome. Have a great convention weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.